Who is this mysterious woman who accepts a manga award with a Legom chicken mask? Who is this mysterious woman who is actually the daughter of the mangaka behind the highly acclaimed series Baki? It is no other than Paru Itagaki, the mangaka behind the beloved Beastars manga series. In this video, I'll be exploring Itagaki sensei's life to try to sort of understand her life and philosophy behind her works. And just as a disclaimer, there is barely any info about her private life online because Itagaki sensei is an extremely private person. I mean, her biography on Wiki is only like 10 lines longer than mine. So with the combination of watching YouTube videos of her with French subtitles, reading tweets about her love about cinnamon and apple toast spread, and reading her half-translated manga autobiography, your boy will attempt to answer the question, who is Paru Itagaki? Paru Itagaki sensei was born on September 9th, 1993, the peak of the golden age of anime and when J-pop was finally getting notoriety. She's also single and 4 years older than me, so Itagaki sensei, let me holler at you one time. In her autobiography, Paru no Graffiti, which is a play on words with Itagaki's favorite Japanese rock band, the Porno Graffiti, we get introduced to her family right away. From a surface level, it seems like a very typical Japanese household. The father is always gone, busy at work, the mom handling all of the housekeeping, a kind eldest daughter, a fashion-heavy middle sister, and Paru being the youngest, just doing her own thing. Apart from this cookie-cutter Japanese household, Itagaki sensei even goes on to say that she was just this normal, average person who is socially awkward. After finding this out, I'm like, okay, how does this even make sense? How does an average normal person from an average normal Japanese household come to create one of the culturally defining mangas of our current era? However, it wasn't until I went into Itagaki sensei's life with a thin fine comb where I started to connect some dots. Sensei explains this one story when she was an elementary student and the teacher told the class to draw a picture of an ocean. And this picture was meant to be showcased on the classroom walls. Itagaki sensei then is like, bruh, I'm not just gonna draw a plain old blue ocean, I'm gonna draw a work of art. She then proceeds to draw jaws chomping on humans with blood being spilled all into the ocean. Obviously, when the school teacher saw this, she shitted all over this poor 5-year-old girl's self-esteem and said, "Boy, this is so trash, I can't even put it up on the class walls." Defeated, Paru sensei took the drawing home, and when her mom saw it, instead of shitting all over the drawing like her school teacher did, she said, "Wow, this is so good. Did you draw this?" And to really display her belief in Paru sensei's drawing capabilities, her mom decided to put that same drawing under the kitchen vinyl mat for over 10 years. I really feel like this very action from sensei's mom prompted Paru to continue to think outside of the box and not just embody that Japanese ideology of collectivism that is ingrained from a very early age. The next years of Paru's life, we start to see more steps she took that eventually led to the creation of Beastars. Firstly, she was engrossed with Disney movies. Then she was given an animal sketchbook and started to draw manga in the 2nd grade. As a teenager, she finally developed Legacy, who eventually was positioned as the main MC in Beastars. In university, while studying filmmaking at Masashino Art University, she would create doujins on the side to sell at conventions. This is where Paru sensei drafted the cult classic Beast Complex. Again, this is where we arrive at another checkpoint in Paru sensei's life. So while back at her parents' home and being dejected from being rejected to over 20 filmmaking companies, Paru sensei was on the fence about giving her manga dream a legit shot. As Paru sensei was pacing back and forth about her future, she decided to show her manga doujin to her eldest sister, who Paru Sensei described as being a Buddha on Botox. After examining the manga, her eldest sister simply said, "It's very well done." And those simple words is what drove Paru Sensei to take the initiative and say, "Fuck job hunting, I'm gonna be a professional mangaka." She then took her doujins, which by the way, if you didn't know already, was Beast Complex, and in Bakuman-like fashion, started to run around Tokyo pitching her series. Then finally, publishing company Akita Shoten decided to take a gamble on Beast Complex and publish it in Weekly Shonen Champion in 2016. And the rest was history because this short series did so well. That same year, Weekly Shonen Champion began serializing Itagaki's legendary series, Beastars. Now for me, I was still trying to find that oomph in Paru Sensei's story. Like, what really motivated her in her manga journey? Like, it's easy to say that she grew up in a supportive family that provided that creative freedom to become a successful mangaka, but I wanted to understand what truly motivated Paru Sensei to take her craft to a whole different level. My question was answered in this Ota Quest article when Paru Sensei and Baki's author Kaisuke Itagaki Sensei daughter-father relationship was confirmed. And in this article, they raised the point of the reason behind why their relationship was not made public before, which was because of the fears around nepotism. And when I read that, things sort of started to click in my head. And I went to Paru's drawing of her family picture. In that picture, it clearly showed that Kaisuke Sensei was not present at the family meal, which is safe to assume that he was always gone working on his Baki series, which started serialization in 1991, 2 years before Paru Sensei's birth. Then maybe perhaps Paru Sensei wanted to get that papa love she never received by really establishing herself as a mangaka with her series. And if this is indeed true, then I truly believe that Paru Sensei accomplished that dream. At only age 26, she sold 1.3 million copies of her Beastars manga as of April 2018. She won the Manga Taisho Award, the Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize, Kodansha Manga Award, and she finally got her series Beastars published alongside Baki and Weekly Shonen Champion. Psst. That, my friends, is life goals. So remember friends, if you want the attention of your Japanese or Asian father, make sure to sell millions of your works and flex on everybody by accepting the highest manga award possible in a chicken costume. So in summary, this is what I felt like allowed Paru Sensei to get where she is today. She grew up in this creative incubator where her closest family members encouraged her to create art in her own unique way and to always think outside of the box. That positive upbringing combined with her inner desire to prove/get the attention of her father by establishing herself by her own merits in the same industry as him is why in 2020 we have the legendary Beastars manga in our hands. So, the next time you turn the page in Beastars and you see an innocent anteater high schooler's arm being ripped off, please refer to Paru's 5-year-old drawing of Jaws chomping people's heads off.